All right, Coach, you've had a chance to peruse the tape from Monday night. Anything jump out at you?
No typical. I mean, I think it's typical things. We did some things really, really well, and then we struggle in some areas that we kind of thought that we would at this stage. But I thought we played with a lot of effort. That was number one. Number two, the pace that we played with was pretty good. And although we give up a lot of points, our defensive rating was pretty good. So all positives right there. Obviously, the turnovers were a little not troublesome, but things that we've got to correct, obviously. And then our shot selection. We got up 100 shots, but when you look at it from the standpoint analytically, it was good. But there were some things like from a coaching standpoint we got to get better at.
Defensively, you did force 29 turnovers, a lot of hands in the passing lane, so that had to be encouraging.
We did like that, yes. The turnovers that we forced. We also got to do a little bit better job of converting on turnovers, I think. That's an area where we got to work also. But for the most part, like I said, we were happy. Didn't shoot the ball great, but the shots that we thought were good shots, we shot at a pretty high rate. So the shot selection is going to be something that we have to look into also. But for the most part, it's a first game. It's a preseason game. I think you look for effort as much as anything. And then after that, we can correct some of the technical things.
A lot was made of the frontline guys and how many points that they scored. I'd like to talk about Jahlil Okafor and his production in a very short amount of time.
He's been that way for us, for the last half of last season, and then coming into training camp, I think he's in great shape and played really good. The minutes he was on the floor, very effective, and exactly what we wanted from him, to have a presence on the inside, and I thought he did that.
What did you think of Nikhil's play coming in the first game?
I thought he was great. I thought he was great from the standpoint of he played with a lot of confidence, played fearlessly, and I think the other part of his game will come. But I thought for the most part he played with the confidence of a guy that felt like he belongs.
The Bulls have emphasized playing with pace, playing faster. What have you observed about them, and who stands out to you?
I think they will. Obviously they got some good young talent, and when you look at, Kobe White is a one-man fast break. He's coming at you, and you got big guys that can shoot the basketball. Obviously, marketing and those guys. So you got all the ingredients of a team that would like to play with pace, because there's a real positive in them playing that way.
Do you think it would be similar in terms of minutes as far as like the starters compared to Monday night?
Yeah, for the most part, I think. For the first few games, 2 or 3 games, and then the last 2 games, we'll try to get more into what the rotation would be. Right now we're a little bit milked ourselves as to what that's going to be, so that's why we're trying to play a lot of different combinations of people. And obviously we want to win, but I think the most important thing for us right now is to try to establish those rotations.
What's Zion been like behind closed doors in practice?
Been fine. Typical 19-year-old. There's a lot of things that he has to learn. He's very gifted in other areas. He's a hard worker in practice. He wants to learn. So to me, he's just a typical 19-year-old that's, he's out to explore something new, and he's going to have his moments, his aha moments, but he's also going to have situations where he's going to have to learn a lot of things also.
All right, thank you.